All right, lesson 29 is on ratios. What's our objective, class? Get ready?
Ratios.
Ratios. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to figure out the ratios from a story problem context. Most of you have done ratios for several years. Some of you won't remember it from years before, so we're going to teach it. By the end, you'll know how to round them, approximate them, how to write different forms, fractions, colons, and the word to. So remember, a ratio is a comparison of two numbers by division. So 21 players to two teams, we say 21 to 2. You could also say 21 to 2 or 21 to 2. We can say the ratio of boys to girls, or sorry, girls to boys. You would read and get it in the right order. 12 girls to 16 boys. The ratio of girls to boys is 12 to 16. But you always write a ratio in simplest form, which means a reduced ratio. So you would factor out the greatest common factor, in this case would be a 4. And that would leave you 3/4. So the rule is reduce your ratio. What do we do to our ratio? Get ready?
Reduce.
Reduce. Very good. 4 ways to write. We mentioned for a second that you can write it with the word 2. 3 to 4. You can say 3/4. You can make it as a decimal, 0.75. And you can also write it with a colon, 3 to 4. And you say 3 to 4. So let's do a problem. There are 9 girls and 15 boys in a class. What is the ratio of boys to girls? So boys is listed first, so we have to do 15 to the girls, which is 9. We say 15 to 9, but I have to do something before I write my final answer. Evelyn? Simplify. Good. Simplify or reduce. What's my greatest common factor of 15 and 9? Let's do that as a class. What's my greatest common factor? You ready?
3.
3. Good. Most of you got it. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. So my ratio is 5 to 3. What is my ratio? Get ready?
5 to 3.
5 to 3. So we've got a few more like that. A 30-foot tree casts a shadow 18 feet long. Whoa. 18 feet. The question, what's this ratio of height to length of its shadow? So the ratio of height to the length of a shadow, I say, is 30 to 18, or 30:18, but I need to reduce. What's my greatest common factor here? Jacob?
6.
He says 6. I think he's right. Let's divide out of 6. 30 divided by 6 gives us 5. 18 divided by 6 gives us 3. And then I for sure know nothing else can simplify or reduce. So I can write my answer 5 to 3. Okay, any questions? Some of you are like, oh man, I knew this like in 4th grade. Some of you that's kind of new, or some of you forgot. That's okay. What about when the numbers are kind of large and very specific? Sometimes it's okay to round and approximate. So that's what we're going to do in this one. Stock market. 789 stocks gained, 597 lost. We need to find a ratio of it, advancers to decliners. I'm not a stock market person, so I don't even know what those words mean. But I can tell you from context, advance is going to be gain. Decline is going to be loss. So we need a ratio of advancers first, 789, to decliners, which is 597. But, keyword here, it says estimated. Since we are estimating, we can round these numbers to the nearest. I'm thinking the nearest 100. So let's go with 800 to 600. Let's reduce. I see a factor of 100, a factor of 100. That gets rid of my zeros, and I'm left with 8 to 6, but I have another common factor. Spencer? That's 2. That gives me 4 to 3. Okay, that's much easier. Any questions? All right. What about fans? We've got a football stadium, and 1,217 fans sat on the home team side. 896 fans were on the visiting team side. What's the ratio of home to visiting? Home to visiting. So let's go up and look at my home. It says home was 1217. Let's do it as a fraction just for fun. Visiting, it's my second number. Visiting was 896. but it says approximate. Approximate means I can round. What does approximate mean? Get ready?
You can round.
We can round. Thank you for listening. So let's round to the nearest hundred. Let's go with 1200 and 900. Boy, when it's written as a fraction, isn't it easier to see how things reduce? Okay. I like how Stacia's sitting up straight. She's watching and listening. Thank you. Bryce is listening. Thank you. All right, so we're going to factor out a common factor of 100. That wipes out these zeros. I'm left with 12 over 9. But we can take it one more step. What's my common factor that I can divide out next? Get ready?
3.
3. Good. I got about a third of you really with me on that one. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And some students thought, well, it's improper. Is that okay to leave it improper? Yes. For ratios, please leave it as an improper fraction. Don't make it a mixed number. All right. Our last example is a graph. This is a tally Rosa recorded. When she read 15 pages, it took her 30 minutes. When she read 11 pages, it took her 20 minutes, and so forth. It says we're going to approximate her reading rate for the book in pages per minute. Pages per minute is the giveaway. We know pages is going to be on top, minutes on the bottom. Pages per minute. So I'm going to take her page number and divide it by her minute number and get a ratio. But since it's approximating, we've got to decide how we're going to round. Should we round to the nearest 10? Should we round to the nearest 5? Because the numbers are kind of small, and I kind of like them all to be factors of like 5 or 10, I'm thinking it would be best to keep it to the nearest 5. So if I rounded that to the nearest 5, I'd say 10. To the nearest 5, I'd say 15. To the nearest 5, I'd leave it. What about the nearest 5 on 27? What do you think, Evelyn? She thinks 30. What do you think, Kenna?
25.
25. Hiram?
25 because you went
25 would go into 50 better. Let's just see what's fair. If I go 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And 27's right here. 27 really is closer to 25. It's only 2 units away. And this would be 3 units away. So, we're going to stay at 25. Okay. All right, pages per minute. 30 pages. Sorry, that was backwards. 15 per 30 reduces to 1/2. 10 over 20 in pages per minute, 1/2. 15 over 30, 1/2. I'm seeing the pattern here. Yep. 25 to 50, 1/2. What does the 1/2 represent? 1 page per 2 minutes. That's my label. 1 page per 2 minutes. So my ratio is 1 page per 2 minutes. But I could use my other ways and keep it like that. That's one way. Need to see a hand. Jacob!
Can you just go 1 semicolon, 1 colon 2, or do you have to put the label?
I think you should do the label. Especially because you're going to see this on a practice set problem. On your practice set problem, read it carefully to know if we're doing pages per minute or are we doing minutes per pages. If you did minutes per pages, the order matters, right? The order matters. So read carefully. All right, 188, practice set problems A, B, C, D, E, F.